Hi. I don't know if I've said I've promised this or not, but we are today looking at the rank 1, aka the best, aka AP Twitch, Wizzardlord, ratirl. And again, I think I said in another video, I think he's like legitimately the best AP Twitch player in the entire world. He just has like a whole different like perspective on how to play it in comparison to most. And I think the way he pulls it off is just so much better than what anyone else is able to do on this champion. We also know that when he's playing in NA, he ended up getting AP Twitch nerfed, and I think he was maybe a big sole reason for that. They reduces passive damage and his E, I think, maybe. I don't recall exactly. It's a while ago. Rat hasn't played on NA for quite some time. So we're going to try and figure out if we can find out what he does. And maybe find some success for those that want to play it. Not too long ago, I did play against Rat myself. When he was playing AP Twitch Mate, I was playing Smolder that game, I think. And I don't know. I was winning really hard. We were winning really hard. But then eventually he just started 1v9ing. And I mean, if I was to give my thought process, I feel like he mind controlled my team because they started inting. So maybe there's some mind control technology going on. But either way, it's interesting. So first thing we're just gonna mention here is he's playing against Yone, mid lane. And Rat has the standard runes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Hail Blades, Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, Movement Speed actually. Not Treasure Hunter, which I'm sure most people would do. If he does this every game, I can just quickly look at that to just give an answer. And it seems he does. So if you want to copy his style, you can do this too. I don't see any problem with it. Presence of the Mind, definitely nice. And Alacrity for the attack speed. So these are just the general ones. Normal HP, not stacking. Adaptive and attack speed. Then he starts W, right? The exact reason for this, I'm not entirely sure. Because I know that if you're playing against certain champions, you can go Q and weave out. But I'm pretty sure that Rat starts W in the lower matchups. But I can see that when he's playing against Seraph, as an example, he took Q first. And against Aatrox too. So I guess against melee matchups, he would take W. Just to kind of be able to space them and just auto-attack them. But the awkward thing with W is that you can't really go Q seconds. You're going to force into E. I mean, it goes to the same. But if you go E as an example, you can flex into both. But if you go Q, you're forced to go E second. If you go W, you're forced to go E second. But it's all fine. So I think like going W like he's doing here against Yone is completely fine. No problem with that. And I definitely think if you are to try doing this, then replicating is obviously necessary. But right now we can see that he's just kind of throwing the W on the minions. Avoiding any trades. And then here we can see he starts throwing the W on the Yone instead. To just be able to space him and get the auto attacks off. And you can just see like now, like he's very dominant, right? This account is the one Rat got Challenger on, and he had like 80% win rate on Twitch. I personally think that it's very impressive. So, yeah. CSing obviously being the main goal here. I know a lot of the time when I play personally, I like to try and get auto attacks off. But as we can see, that's not really his focus here. And then now he has no vision. And the wave is kind of pushed in, right? So if he were to go here, you could easily get caught by Yone. And also the jungler, which is currently here, but Rat does not have the information to know if he's there or not. And we could go back to the game, but usually in this elo, jungler is solo leash, so you don't really get that kind of information. So you kind of have to get it yourself, like either warding here or something. But it all depends. So right now is just kind of respecting that. I think he wants to get this shoved in quickly, which is why he kind of wants the jungle to help. And then at the same time, you can see that Yon wants the help too, because if Twitch walks up, then they're going to at least get his flash. Yeah. And this is kind of like something that you don't have to think about later, because like when you get some AP, like shoving waves and stuff, it's really easy with your W and E. But like early game, when you only have the Doran's ring, you kind of need that help sometimes when the wave is like on their side. Like you really have to respect the jungler. And trying to make sure that your jungler knows that he needs to be nearby. It's a good thing, which is why you saw Rat spamming the help there. Then he goes Boots and Darksteel, which is completely fine. Pink quad as well. Again, nice to have. And this bug, I don't know. I've seen it so much. It's happening in games too. Like champions will just stop moving. And just teleport. Now he wants to just push this, right? Because this will be a slow push otherwise, and then he'll get into that awkward situation again. So if he just shoves us into the turret, then he's not going to have to deal with the situation that he did earlier. It's the pink. Only thing to mention here, obviously the further out you get this pink, the more vision it's gonna get. Like the closer it is to the wall, the less vision. So like I think this could have been slightly better, but like again, it's just you don't want to waste time. So it's understandable, and like either side, it also depends. Like you kind of just get a feeling in the game, like where you want it. But most of the time, you kind of want this access here. If Volibear's like often in the jungle here, then maybe you want to here. Like, but generally speaking, this is very fine. It covers both sides, just slightly more out, and you'll get like a bit more vision. But still, you can see that it's giving more than enough. So it's not really something to think about too much. And right now, he's just chilling, right? Like, he has been poking, but he didn't, like, really fist Yone early game. In the sense that he didn't really, like, auto-attack him and spam, like, try and be aggressive. He just played the waves and, like, weaved some autos in, 3W, like, did the Hail Blades proc. Played the chill. Respected his E and CDs and stuff. Like, now he's just walking away. Obviously, he's kind of forced to, like, fire back here. And Yone might actually end up dying. Did he? Oh. And this is like a low elo mistake. Like, if they're going on you, you can't just run away. Like, you need to friend them. Like, Rat won that. But, like, even if he didn't, it's important that he pops things and, like, defends himself by, like, suppressing him and, like, making him, like, more concerned. Even though using ult and ignite might not be the thing that Rat would have wanted to do. This is just sad.
Rampage.
Right. I'm just curious about his buy. Like how much money he had. Can I really not see it? This is a prank. Wait, what was the bet again? It's X. There we go. Alright. So he has 750. So then he's just getting his money. Even getting the dagger. And this is again kind of like awkward, but it's still fine. Like the dagger and stuff is 700 gold. The codex upgrade is 900. So I do think though that he would prefer having blasting wand than the CDR, but I can't speak for him. But yeah, rushing Nash's tooth is something you want to do. I can understand wanting boots against Yon though. And Darkseal can be nice too. I'm not gonna nitpick on the Hawaii thing either. Like I respect the attempt. And sometimes it does go wrong. He just doesn't have the damage yet. But obviously if you had Ignite or something, then it would have been fine. But it's just like what I said earlier about if Yon goes on him, he has to like pop stuff to like make him back off. Pushes the wave again, and then we'll just look at this wave state there really quick. When he does this. Yeah, so he did kind of like kill everything. And next wave is not coming for a while, so Yon would just be sitting here tanking this. So this is actually like a decent roaming timer. For the ratirl. Ratirl. Yeah, but he should maybe get one here actually, no. Then he goes top. Looking at the situation. Wait, what did he oh, he sold the potion of blasting one. Okay, it's fine then. I feel like Jack griefed that. This should never work anymore. Oh no. No. His average CS seems to vary between like 6 to 8. So I guess there are some games where he likes to like roam or something. And then others not. Like against RA, it seems like he roams a lot. Yasuo, it seems like it's comfortable. And I would assume that Yasuo and Yon kind of function the same, just like slightly different, I guess. Like Yasuo's a bit easier to catch. Because once you... once you get him without minions, then he's just like can't do anything, right? But then if you do that against Yon, he's gonna have his E. So catching Yon or like dealing with Yon is a lot harder, I think, than Yasuo in that sense. And I do think personally that Yon is like a champion that is slightly hard to play against when you're playing AP Twitch. Like I would put him as like a counter, basically. Oh yeah, not to mention that his Q is a fucking dash. I'm surprised it didn't hit that. I would have hit that. See, like the second he goes on Straka, like even though he wants the minions, like knows he's not gonna kill him, he has to go there. And like just personally, I think that when it comes to like the early game, I don't feel like Rat plays that different. But it's like once he gets his items, like Nash's Tooth and Rabadon, and like the third one, that he becomes like just another like kind of like being. And see, there's just like this mind control going on, which I find very fascinating. Like the Volibear. Yo, now Volibear flashes again. Rat shouldn't flash here. He should just die, yeah. I'm not sure if he has flash up either, but not flashing there is actually the right play. Even though it seems stupid. To like, why would you not flash and live? Like, he's not gonna get anything from flashing now, other than living, right? Wait. I'm looking at different flash timers. It might not have been up. I just want to make sure that what I'm saying is not like a lie.
Blue team double kill. Red team has slain the dragon.
Oh, I think he actually didn't have it. But I think he... Sorry. Huh. It just seemed like it was up here. If you rewatch it, we might be able to see, but I like the spectator client gets a bit weird sometimes. But regardless of the situation, like, not flashing now, it's the right play. And one thing I can't really like help to like wonder about, like in these kind of situations here, how would it be to like play water walking as an example? Like when he likes to like go to the bot side. Like river being bigger now. I don't know what the moving speed difference is. Or you would get both actually. Because it's not like it's impossible to play without presence of mind. Presence of mind is just really nice to have. But when you get Doran's Ring... and those kind of like mana regen items, it just kind of like makes up for it too. Like you get more mana regen, right? So like maintaining like semi-decent mana is easier. And then like semi-late game you get blue buffs and stuff. So like it's not impossible.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Obviously it's nice to have presence of mind and alacrity, but... and it's also very... consistent.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Jon just got majorly cooked here. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Here's something that won't wash off.
Shut down.
Yeah, I think he's like, it just kind of like applies the same. Like you just wait until Nash's, like you just try and pick some kills, like get some assisted kills. Unless you have like easy matchups. Get Nash's Tooth. You can do CS XP as long as you get it, and then it's fine. Like you could see he was spending so much time top lane to just get that kill and connect them. Even though you could say that wasn't really worth it. Or just worth it. Because he wants the Relentless Hunter proc, and he also wants the money, right? But that's a bit less of an impact because it doesn't have Treasure Hunter. So like, it's not like he's gaining money or like any immediate effect from it. Like he gets movement speed, which will like help him get to fights in the future.
Red team double kill. Killing spree.
Four, 5. I just want to compare it to some of the old ones here. 293, 375, 415. But he has a proc, which gives 20. How many stacks does he have right now? Yes, all of them. And these fights here are the ones he would play a lot slower. But this is kind of like the thing where like, I just want this to be over. Like, just finish it, go in, you just expect him to die. And it doesn't end up going like that because someone flashed, I think. Or someone at least dashed away, made it awkward. But I think if he could do this play again, he would have played a lot slower. Most of the time in situations where something's happening, like if you can play slow, it's usually always better.
Blue team's turret has
But you obviously have to respect the fact that Renekton's gonna have his dashes back and shit like that. It just depends who's on you. But right there, like Renekton was kind of in his face, which is why I'm just saying that he probably just wanted them to go away. His ulti's coming back up again. And now is when I think we're gonna start seeing that kind of like slow playstyle where he throws the W. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Holy shit. Swaka just saved him now.
I'll be right under.
Okay. Now he's gonna just wait for his W again. Throw it. See that? He's just weaving. And you can see how like he tries to tether, right? Like he goes like back and forth. It's not like he's trying to get an auto attack or something, but he's like going in and just trying to stay in that E range, and then he goes out again the second they come towards him. Jackie Love coming in clutch.
Red team has slain the dragon.
And like in this fight here, he used ulti to just burst that one person, right? I'm pretty sure he ulted like away or something to just get rid of them because they were in his face. But when they are at distance or like something grouped, he will just throw the W, right? And now he gets his boots. And I've said this before, like if you can get Rabadons first before boots, just go for it, right? Like the boots aren't that amazing. I mean, they're good. They are very, they are amazing, sorry. But getting Rabadons is just such a big spike too. And he's actually playing Yellow Trinket? Am I seeing that right?
Now, there's a smell you can feel.
Oh, he goes blue. Yeah, he goes blue. Most of the time.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Then he always likes to put some points into your Q as well. Or his Q. Right now we can see he has 3 points into Q, 3 points into his W. And that is definitely something I recommend. Like, don't put points into your ulti. Put them like... You can keep your Q for like level 1 for like a while. But I always like maybe most of the time get like 1 point more into Q and then maybe like some W and then like another Q or something. Because those dives that you're able to do... Now I'm talking like submarine dives. Like imagine you're going under the water. Right? Now like now you see put another point into W. It's like just being able to like stay in camouflage for like just a little bit longer. It's gonna help you so much in a lot of situations.
Blue team double kill.
So putting some points into your Q is almost necessary. Because having that like short duration, I think it's like 10 seconds or something. Yeah, 10 seconds is too little. And now we see that kind of like for W. And then he just waits and weaves. Now he throws it over the pit and he just goes to the ulti. And Yon goes in now. It's very hard to play though when you don't have too much vision. Another pink here. So ideally I think he would have wanted to go here. But since he uses Q, then he can't really do that. Because you can see he's so like cramped here. Like there's almost no space for him to move. In comparison to here. And obviously when you're like trying to kite to avoid damage or something, like having more space to move is almost key.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I wonder if he's gonna, I think he's gonna finish his W now. Before he continues Q. I think he's at like 80% slow now maybe, 75%. Yeah, it's gonna be 85. And so when he gets his next level. Hey, yeah, hey. Oh yeah, I can see that here. Boom. Yeah, 10 seconds. I mean, it's just a second extra, right? But it makes such a big difference.
Here's something that won't wash off.
I just really wish sometimes I could go back. Get into it. Like, imagine being able to, like, play the old Twitch where his stealth wasn't a camouflage. It lasted, like, 40 seconds, I think, or something ridiculously like that. And you could go, like, Sunfire game.
I'll be right under.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Rampage.
Alright, now we're gonna maybe see that weaving. First W, first action needles after that, walk back. I feel like, if I'm gonna be honest, like this game here, I don't feel like it's been doing it that much, but it just hasn't been able to, I don't think.
Smell you can feel.
And like, obviously this isn't a game where it's like popping off completely, right? Like, I could obviously pick one of the games where it goes like 19-3
You're welcome.
or like whatever it does. But the reason why I wanted this video here in particular, this game, is because it was playing against Yon. And I think a lot of people are a lot more interested in watching those matchups as opposed to like a Castodin or even like an Arya or a Seraph or something. Like, I feel like it's a lot easier to know how to play those matchups as opposed to how to play against Yasuo or Yon or even like Zed. I think will be very interesting. So if I do catch Rat playing like some interesting matchup, then I will definitely make a video on that. And like again there, he was by himself. It's like he's popping ulti, but when they're fighting and like the team is going, then he doesn't like feel the need to do that anymore. It's like in the situations where like there where you're gonna want to go for the 1v5s, obviously you do have to go for the auto attacks and go ham or whatever. But in the sense when your team is fighting, then you can just throw your W. Or if you of course want to burst someone, or like you want to pick someone off and then continue.
Red team has slain the dragon.
One thing I will say though is I don't quite understand the Oblivion Orb. I don't think you get so much value out of it. I would be interested to hear. I guess it's good versus this composition because no one's going healing reduction. But I'm not sure if it procs on the poison.
Shut down.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm pretty sure it doesn't proc on the poison.
Here's something that won't wash off. You're looking a little green.
No, it doesn't proc on minions. I mean, it says champions is obvious, but
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
because like you look at this game, right, and like you just think to yourself like this doesn't look that hard. Like I feel I could have done this, right?
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
I'll be right under the nose.
There's just those very, very small things he does that are like almost like impossible to spot.
It's me.
And even though I'm like kind of trying to spot them right now, I'm not really being able to do that. Like he goes to the side lanes, takes minions there, has let his team die a few times. Not that I don't see anything bad with that. He's been to dragons.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Killing spree. Killing spree.
If you're looking at the play, by the way, and you think like, ah, Brad wasted his ulti there, like he's trolling, popping in and stuff. Like most of the time when you're playing Twitch, you want to pop your ulti before you open anyway, because it allows you to get the max range possible, as opposed to opening normal and then having to space out. Especially when you're playing AP and you don't want to do that. But the thing I think here, like if I was to say one thing that I'm taking from this video, is that in his first encounter, when he's like on the map and he opens, he will just go ham. Like he ultis, W's, and then after that, when he's been spotted and they know it's there, then he kind of like places like slow style. And now I'm gonna slow this down a bit. Because he has ulti again, but they should all die here, for sure. Throws W again, just chills. Like there's no need to go in. Alright, Precious is there. And like this is kind of like where that magic happens. Like a lot of people now might be tempted to like try and auto attack and stuff, but what I'm expect we're gonna see here, he's gonna like W here somewhere when he's pathing towards him to like maximize the zone that Volibear has to walk through, and then he's gonna. I mean, in this sense, yeah, he doesn't have ultimate. I think. Oh, does he maybe? Yeah, that's a bit different. It's so hard to tell with the thing sometimes, but given the situation, now he's gonna go back in again because he's not afraid, right? Against Thresh is completely fine too. He sees Jax is there. But I'm pretty sure that's what he did. And then Wally that just flashes on him. It just ruins my entire like analysis. Fucking hell. Are they fighting someone? Oh, they were.
A summoner has disconnected. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Where the fuck was Renekton?
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. A summoner has disconnected.
Yeah, like Harry's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Still a cool game. Speeding forward, just like summarize everything here.
To Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Oh, they did have vision on the red, so they knew he didn't start with red side, right? So he just pushes this, throws his W's, chills throughout the entire like start here. Doesn't really try and commit, like slowly like pushes or like pokes him down. When the wave is pushing out like this and he doesn't have AP or anything and kind of like asks for help. Tries to get some control here to like avoid Volibear instead of having the flash. I think that could have been prevented by hitting the thing there, but it's kind of what it is. Plays it out again. Has long boots. Darksteel isn't very strong right now. Like at this point, it's probably the weakest you can ever be on EP Twitch. Gets his level 6, gets engaged on, is forced to go in. Then he just plays it out. Then he tries to go some roam, so obviously now you can see that he's getting punished for having to use his things earlier. Then he just plays lane, CS's more, gives up everything, gets the next wave too. Yon pushes it in again, catches it. Then he goes top. You can see that Yon is farming like another wave there. Oh god, please don't tell me my man recover. I don't, thank god. Gives like 1-2 waves here maybe. Goes mid again. Good stove. I mean, this happens to anyone.
A summoner has disconnected.
I want that back.
Shut down.
Chills, takes wave, contest Drake. Nice, yeah. Gets his Nashes and blasting one, holy shit.
I'll be right
Slain the dragon.
Now we can just push waves, roam around the map.
Red team's turret has
Shove this wave, instantly roam again. No recall. Oh. Okay, kill Yon, shove the wave. Recoils.
down.
Back him up again, shoves the wave.
Blue team's turret has
takes the turret because he can, then he roams again.
Shut down. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Drake again. Takes his fight.
Looking a little weak.
Shut down. Red team has slain the dragon.
See, so like already now we're kind of like getting something that we don't really get to see when we are playing the game so slow, is that he does tend to like just shove and roam, like after Nashes at least. Like he tries to like just squeeze everything he can to get the Nashes. And then after that it's kind of whatever. Plays around the map.
Red team has slain Baron Nashor. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Catches waves, shoves the next one too. No.
Killing spree.
Drake is spawning, goes towards that, pushes bot lane to get some pressure. Continues because he sees that there.
Shut down. Red team has slain
It's like in that moment there, it's kind of like when I would expect him to like be with his team, but he's not.
and destroyed.
Takes this.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
It's like later in the stages, he's a bit like side lane menace, like abusing their stealth, making it like camouflages Twitch, taking the minions, getting away, taking turrets because he has Nash's Tooth and stuff like that, applying pressure in side lanes, roaming around, attending team fights, roaming early game, pushing waves, giving some early CS to get his first spike, and then he plays around that. Pops his ulti at the start of the fight to burst someone down when he doesn't have like an actual fight, and he's just like the first one to be there to try and burst him down. And yeah, I don't know. At least the pushing and roaming thing I didn't really catch. So I'm glad that I did this quick one here. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more videos like this, hope you guys can then feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys continue to have a good morning, night, whichever one fits you like that. And take care. Peace.